We complain about the Lakers, we complain about the Warriors, we complain about Phoenix Suns, but then we go to bed, wake up in the morning, and we do the same thing, start complaining about those teams again. Why? Because they have that much potential. Those players are known to do the impossible. And we're constantly waiting to see the impossible happen. So yes, tonight the Nuggets are playing against the Warriors. That's going to be a fun match. I predict the Warriors winning this one. Bullshit. Because what the Golden State Warriors did, that was definitely some bullshit. That was definitely some bullshit. You're going to have to excuse me on that. I had to start with that. I had to drink some tea. Kobe? Nah. Not like that. Not after that game. This some bullshit. You know, I had to get ready for this. I had to get ready for this video. I had to go in the room and change. I wasn't dressed like this watching the game, but I had to go in there and change just for this video. I told you guys you might see me after the game, so here I am. Kobe, some bullshit. Because what the Golden State Warriors did, that was definitely some bullshit. That was definitely some bullshit. You up by 18 points, less than 7 minutes to go, and you lose that game? I mean, this is sports right there. If the Golden State Warriors were dishing this to so many other teams out there throughout the years during the dynasty, yo gotta take it. Yo gotta take it. Yo gotta take this L. Yo gotta take this L. I mean, I was sitting there watching the game and I was like, no, this is not happening. This is not happening. Oh, it's happening. This is not happening. Like I saw it coming in slow motion. I saw this thing coming in slow motion. I gotta tell you, it was just unbearable knowing what was happening and seeing it happening. Seeing it happening in slow-mo. Okay. All right, so let's talk about the game a little bit, all right? First of all right, enough, but no, one more thing. One more thing before we start talking about the game. Did you all see the Joker? So how excited he was? Yo, I ain't seen him that excited. He won the championship. He wasn't that excited. He wanted to go back home to his horses. He made that shot, beating the Warriors. Man, that man was excited. That was like the game. That was like the game. I'm telling you. This is what I was saying in the last video. You're playing against Steph. You're playing against LeBron. You're playing against KD and you beat him. It feels good. It feels really good. That's why we talk about these teams. That's why we talk about these players all the time. Because they're just those dudes. You understand what I'm saying? They're that good. And Steph went off in the third. The Warriors went off. Okay, wait a minute. Before we get back to the game, did you all see Steph? Did you all see Steph after the game? The look on his face? Oh my God. Oh my God. Some bullshit. Kobe! This is 24, yo. This is 24. This is 24. Mamba mentality. That's what you need. It's the year 2024. 24. Mamba mentality. That's what you need. And you got to give it up to the Denver Nuggets, man. They did their thing. You know, they worked it. They went inside. Something that the Warriors were also doing at the very beginning. That's what they did. They had Kuminga in there. And Kuminga, he just gives them rim pressure. That's what he does. He got Jamal Murray in foul trouble early on. And that's what he was doing, just constantly going in. He got the Joker, got Murray, got Gordon. He was just getting them in foul trouble at the very beginning before the Denver Nuggets went on a run. And then, you know, third quarter again, the Warriors did their thing. But when you're not shooting all that great, when you're turning the ball over, sometimes you just need to call a timeout and just push it in. That's what they were doing. That's what the Denver Nuggets were doing to the Warriors. Constantly going in. They were not shooting threes and all that. Well, they did make one side three. They missed one and then came back, attempted another one. Peyton Watson knocked down a tray. That was the only tray, but everything else was inside. They pounded and pounded and pounded and got it. I mean, the Warriors the Warriors haven't been shooting like the Warriors. The Warriors shot pretty well in this game, but we all know that they haven't been shooting like the Warriors. All right? The margin of error is so slim right now, and they actually got players that can actually do that, right? They had Kuminga, who was doing a great job. Pajemski puts a lot of rim pressure for him. Wiggins puts a lot of rim pressure, but Wiggins wasn't doing that. Just posting up and all that. If they had Pajemski in there, if they had Wiggins in there, if they had Kuminga in there, it would have been a totally different game because they would have been putting pressure, and then they would have been getting Denver Nugget in foul trouble, or at least shooting if not in foul trouble, and then at least maintain the lead. Even if you're losing, you wouldn't have lost 25-4. I mean, that's just ridiculous. That's just ridiculous. I blame Kerr. Yes, that's who I blame. The lineup was just whack. The lineup was whack. CP3 is great. I know you want him to go out there and try to control the game because you don't want you don't want turnovers and all that. I get it. I get it. But that's the problem. When you play conservative, when you ain't really trying to score, when you're just trying to maintain, that's what usually happens. I've seen it happen too many times. Go out there, put pressure. Put pressure, make them work, make them think, make them tired, so it actually works in your favor. Defensively, also. Kerr, come on. That's some bullshit. It's like you don't know some bullshit. You've been a bull with that shit. Dang, where is Mike to punch this man? Oh, whoa. Slow down, all right? I'm not for that. I'm not for that. But man, I wish MJ was there, man. I wish it was 23 again. I wish it was last year. Because that was definitely some bullshit. Definitely some bullshit. Games like those is where you make your name. I know it's not the playoffs, but people remember games like those. You know what I mean? Like the Joker knocking down that trade at the very end. You saw how excited that man was. That's how you make names. Those are memorable moments. As they talk about the Joker, I bet you that video is going to be playing over and over and over and over again. That's going to be one of the highlights. That play right there is going to be part of his highlight reel whenever they talk about the Joker. It was just one of those things. You know what I mean? It was just one of those things. You got to take it. Warrior fans, you got to take it. You got to be happy. You got to embrace it. Off to the next. But Kerr, you want some bullshit. Kobe. Woo, Kobe. That's what we needed. We needed Kobe, not some bullshit. All right? Kerr, we needed some Kobe, not some bullshit. And that was just some bullshit. That's what it was. That's what it was. But okay, we're talking about making names and everything. I got something else that I want to talk about today. Well, the San Antonio played against the Bucks. Giannis really went at it, going against Victor Wembanyama. Now, I want to talk about something. This matters to me. It matters to me, and it matters to a lot of people. No, it's very important to know somebody's name and actually pronounce it right. And it means something. It means something. It means something to me. It means something to communities and all that, and that's why names are really important. It shows you acknowledge. It shows you appreciate. It shows you value. It shows respect. In short, I really don't like when people take or just erase African names just like that. I mean, I see it all the time. But Victor Wembanyama, that is a beautiful African name. Wembanyama. That's what it is. Wembanyama. Why call it Wemby? Sounding like Wendy, like a fast food restaurant. Why call him Wemby? His name is Wembanyama, an African name. You know what's funny? So many achievements in the world, you just don't see like an African name. Somehow, there's going to be some European or some other kind of name, not an African name. And this happens too often. I felt I had to talk about this. It just hurts me so much every time I sit down and I hear Wemby, Victor Wemby. That boy's name is Wembanyama. It's an African name. Understand it. Pronounce it right and realize he comes from Africa. He's a descendant of an African chief. I'm going too far with that. All right, But you understand what I'm saying, all right? I got excited there. I had to say what I had to say. But it hurts me. It really hurts me, man. Take time to understand, take time to appreciate, take time and respect. By doing so, you will be respecting. Please respect those African names, just like you respect other names. Okay? Thank you. It's a request. That's some bullshit. Kobe!